Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we have this problem called find the index of the first occurrence in a string. We have two strings, one called needle and another one called high stack. Return the index of the first occurrence of needle in high stack, or -1 if needle is not part of high stack. So for example, we have said the output should be 0 because we are in the 0 1. So explanation said the occurrence at index 0 and 6, the first occurrence is at 0 because we have here also at 6. So we return 0. And this one we have something called Leetcode, so there is no substring called Leetcode, so we return -1. So how can we solve this problem? The thing that we can solve this problem, I'm thinking about using a sliding window. So how can this work? So let's just start with some we create two loops in each other to try to loop with to find the substring in the string. So let's just try to just create let's just start with the for loop. Okay, now so I will say window start equals 0 and window is less than or equal needle. Okay, there's something I will call it let m equals needle dot length, because I guess we will use it out, and let n equal high jack length. So it will be the this loop will be basically to track the start. So the window start this one will be less and small n minus m. Okay, and it will be plus plus. Okay, window start plus plus, and we will talk about why we do that. You will understand it. Just give me a minute. So after that, I will do another loop. It will be let I equals 0 and I less than m, I plus plus. Okay. So wait a minute. Okay, that's nice. So let's start on this one. So I will say like that if needle, this needle of I, okay, doesn't equal high stack of starting window start plus I, that means we should break. If you don't understand this one, when we try to run the code, you will understand everything. Just be patient. And I'll say if I equals m minus 1, that means we found it. So I will return start window. Otherwise I will return -1. So let's just talk about what this and what that means. Oh, sorry. So let's just take this as an example. So alright, now we have high stack, we have the needle, and let's just start with m will equals needle, which will be 3, and this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, it will be 9 or 10, we will see. the starting window, oh sorry, the window start will equal beginning 0, and also it less than it should be less than or equal 6, and also it will not be bigger than 6. So let's start in the for loop. Okay, so the thing that why window start is bigger than or equal less than or equals n minus m, let's say that is if we are looping and we are continue to loop, and we have this one is 4, and we are in number 2 in the last three strings, and we didn't still find our own letter or our own character or our own substring. So we have only 2 left, and right now our length is 4. So there is no need to go to loop through the other 2 strings, because we will never get our own substring, because we only have 2 left and the substring is 4. So there is no need for that. So because of that, we use n minus m. Okay, you can use n if you want, but like just it's no need for that. Like this is for performance optimization. So we do a for loop. So we said that if needle of I, what will be needle of I here? Let's just talk about needle of I, because I will be equal 0 at the beginning. So if needle of I doesn't equals high stack of window plus 1. So window equals 0, and that's needle of I equals 0, so needle of BS. High stack window plus start, window start is 0, so if window start is 0 plus 0, it will be 0, it will be s also. So they equal each other, so we don't break. So we continue. I'm saying that if I equals m minus 1, m equals 3, and I equals 0, this is not true, so we continue looping. We continue looping in the inner loop. So right now I equals 1, so needle of I will equals a, and high stack window start plus I, and window start is 0, and it will equals a. 0 plus 1 equals a. So I say if needle doesn't equals high stack of window start plus 1, break. This is not true because both of them equals a. If I equals m minus 1, I equals 1, and m minus 1 equals 2, so this is not true, so continue looping. And I guess this will be the last loop. So we are now in 2, so we have D, because this one, we have this one, or D, and also here it's window start plus I, so it's also D. And after that I would say if needle of I doesn't equals the high stack, and this is not true, this is not right, so we don't break. If I equals m minus 1, yeah, I equals m minus 1, we continue looping until I equals minus 1, so we return the window start. That means that we find our own first character in window start, and we just return directly. And you can try this function, or like you can try to run this function with this one, with Leetcode, and you find that it's not right. Like, let's just try to work with Leetcode. With Leetcode, if you see, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First of all, this will be 4. No, 5. 5 m, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 minus 8 will be 3, and okay. So if we just try to run this code, so window start it will be 3. So we loop, I guess, until this area. So what we're going to do, first of all, I will say that a needle of I will equals L, because I is 0, and also this equals L. So both of them is else, so this is not true and this is not true, and I equals n minus 1, n minus 1 is 4, I equals 0, so we continue, and until we reach the t, which will be I will equals 0, 1, 2, 4, 3, yeah, so it'll be n minus 1 before, and we will reach until I equals 3, this one, until the t. And we continue until we reach the c, which is the c is I will be 4. So if we went to there I will be 4, so it will be c, and we are here right now, and high stack window start plus I, it will be also it will be O. So if the doesn't equals each other, we just break. So we break, and we increase the window start by plus 1, so window start will be equals 1, because we start in comparing this specific string, and from this string we compare the string with the Leetcode, and we find from the first one it's not matching, so we just we go with the with the last one, which will be no, this is not the last, because we are working until 3. So we go with the E, and we just try it doesn't match, so we just continue to go with the second one, and it doesn't match, so it's done, and we just return false, return -1. As you can see, let's just run the function, because I didn't run the function at all. Later, oh, it's 6%. Why it's 6%? Because actually the same one was 60 or 70. Okay, it's not that good solution. Okay, let's just see. Let me see the it's one loop. Let's look at this solution, because it does it in one loop. Let's look at this solution, and if you could understand it, let's just try to understand it. So what we did here, I'm saying that if not needle and not hashtag, this is a base case, or return -1. Needle.length is bigger than hash.length. This is also another base case. So I'm saying that if high stack equals needle, I'll return 0. This is also a base case, like 3 base cases, and I'll do one loop. So I'll say for let I equal 0, I less than high stack dot length I plus plus, and I'm saying if needle dot includes high stack of I, okay, and high stack dot substring I and I plus needle length equals needle. Oh, this is really smart one. This is really smart. Let's see if this performs better. Yeah, it performs a little bit better. Way more better, I'll be honest. This performs way more better. So what we're doing here, let's just talk about, because this all of the trick. So I'm looping through high stack, okay, and I will say that, okay, so the first element, I'll say that if needle includes high stack of I, if the needle has, for example, if the needle has L, for example, okay, so I'm just checking if it includes, and I will say that in the high stack dot substring, I'm taking the full substring I plus I dot needle dot length. So for example, if this is 0, so 0 plus needle length, it will be like for the C. If the R equals the needle, we return 0. We return the I position. This solution is way more clever. It's really way more clever. Yeah, that's nice. So you have 2 solutions right now. Let's just I guess I will put them into the comment section, in the description section, and yeah, you can feel free to visit them. So that's it for this video. I hope my solution was quite good. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video, and I wish to see you in future problems.